Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. I hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video here on Jupiter, which has been one of the strongest performing cryptos in the last week. I mean, the last week in general, especially Sunday to Monday, was quite tricky to trade. But Jupiter was doing great, and it was even, which it has been a while since it's been this easy to trade news, because obviously we got some good news about them burning a lot of their Jup tokens, Jupiter tokens, I'm just going to call it, and 50% of the protocol's revenues going into buybacks. In general, that was very bullish, and if you just traded the news, like personally in the Signal group, we bought it like 20 minutes afterwards, and the price still went up like 10-20%, so amazing. But wanted to do a full update here on Jupiter on what's going on and whether we can actually expect a major breakout. Because even though this has been bullish, and you can see right here on the chart, from the bottom of the range, we've had about a 63% move. If you zoom all the way out to the 3-day time frame, we are still in a range. Yes, you can see that for the majority of the time we've been ranging in some sort of an area here, between 1.25, 1.3. That's the main resistance level, and then the main support right here around 70 cents. Which, by the way, every time we hit 70 cents, it would have been an amazing trade. But that's in hindsight. That's very easy. So the big question for me is, and I kind of wanted to talk about Jupiter and their revenue and their fundamentals, because that's personally what I always like to do. The big question for me is, well, is this news of them doing the buybacks, is that good enough in combination with the market circumstances, which are decent? I mean, Solana is actually holding up relatively well. If you take a look at the technical structure for Solana, which obviously matters a lot, then I would say that's bullish. But the big question is as well, can we actually do something like this? And that will depend on the markets, right? For example, yes, tomorrow we have the interest rate decision and the press conference afterwards. The result of that and what they'll say about their view on the monetary policy for 2025, it will matter, all right? I mean, it's obviously some of you might be saying, well, why does that matter for a Solana network project? Has nothing to do with it, but it does, all right? In the end, everything is very correlated with Bitcoin, and for Bitcoin it matters. So it's going to depend on that as well. But for now, I mean, if we look at Jupiter here, and for this I want to zoom in a bit. There's multiple things you'll see, and the first thing is that we are gaining massive momentum. Like we haven't seen momentum like this, basically in the entire history of Jupiter. And then if you take a look at the volume, we haven't seen volume we've seen volume like this once, all right? But even back then, I mean, we reached volume of $1.44 billion. During the height of the bullish Q1 we had in 2024. But right now the volume got up to like 1.32, and right now for the last couple of days, it's been at super high volume levels, which is very bullish, all right? That's what I always say, is that things like open interest, things like volume, massively increase the chances of getting a bullish breakout. And then them announcing 50% of the revenue going into buybacks, Jupiter at this point of time is making so much revenue, you wouldn't believe it, all right? If you go to the Jupiter fees right here, they have fees of about $21.3 million in 1 week, all right? This is per week, but you can see that they're making multiple $1 million weeks every week. Now, these are the fees. I'm not sure what exactly the revenue is, and there are probably some ways to actually see that. But the volume they're pulling is also massive, and especially over the last week, and recently it has increased. They obviously had their airdrop, which is causing more people to flock to their platform. So in conclusion, to end this video, do I think that we will break out here? Unless the interest rate decision tomorrow is very, very bearish, yes, I do think we'll break out. Maybe we'll pull back a little bit more, but I do think we'll break out and we'll head for new highs. Bit of a risky thing to say, but given everything we're seeing right now in terms of the volume, the open interest, Solana, and the fundamentals for the project, I'd say that's most likely. And those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.